Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Dave. Today is Thursday, November the 4th, 2021. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm certainly planning to. My update this week is one I'm fairly pleased to be making. It is my estimation that I have concluded or am concluding phase one of this little experiment of mine. Um, I feel like I've learned enough about mindset, neuroplasticity, and the dopamine system to put together a protocol for self motivation, enact it, see positive results. I've been at this for a little over 2 months now, and I feel like despite the ups and downs, keeping my horizon shortened to the present day or further to the present moment allows me to continually assess and adjust my course as need be to stay on track and not get discouraged. It's things are far from perfect, but they're trending in the right direction, and so I'm not sure I can overstate how huge this is for me as a personal triumph. Um, some of you know me, some of you don't. I've spent a good chunk of my adult life figuratively and sometimes literally lying on a couch, staring at the ceiling, and vaguely wishing a meteor would land and vaporize me. I've been a pack-a-day smoker for more than 20 years, and eating myself to death, I think, is a form of slow suicide. Most of my pleasure came from entertainment and video games, as well as occasional social encounters, which have become increasingly few and far between as I've gotten older. Mostly, I've been unable to take much of an interest in myself or in the world around me because I've been wondering what the point is. Is the universe a black, empty void? Is my consciousness an accident? Is this humanity's final hour? Do I even care? Is anything worth doing at all? I found my answer and my motivation in a transcendent ideal, um, that I can be the change I want to see in the world, and that this alone was worth doing. But I would need to pursue a course of self mastery and self cultivation to do so. And following that, I've come to understand that in the present day, at least, one can study and understand the nervous system's motivational mechanisms in the same manner as which one can study for and understand stereo instructions. So, now I feel armed with the basic tools to become whoever it is I'm supposed to be, or to grow in that direction at least with the time that's left. One great thing about spending most of my life in a suicidal coma is that I'm really viewing the present moment and all the ones after it as bonus time. um, I'm not completely indifferent to death, but knowing I might die tomorrow doesn't really have much to do with how I feel about how I live today. So I think that's probably a strong position for bartering with the future. I'm not going to do a big end zone dance here. There's still a lot of work to do. Um, I wonder if I'll recognize myself in a year or 2 years. I sort of hope not, but on days like this, um, they very much feel like the first day of the rest of my life. I did want to see if I could relay as succinctly as possible what it is that I've learned about the brain. So, what I've learned is that there are certain magic words and specific thoughts which, if spoken or engaged with truthfully and sincerely, can trigger the nervous system to release happy juice. So a gratitude practice, for example, is a great way to release serotonin. Telling someone you love them triggers oxytocin. Okay? And when it comes to dopamine, the thing that rewards effort and the thing that allows us to push through difficulty when the going gets tough, the magic words are, I am on the right path. Now, since being on the right path is a subjective measure entirely decided on by you, there's a lot of leeway there to game your own system once you decide what it is that you value. So I think maybe setting an eventual goal like I wish to be a person of virtue and character allows you to reward a lot of good behavior and habit building with that I am on the right path mantra. I think it's very interesting that this implies that living a life of virtue and value can be an inherently pleasant and rewarding experience. The churches and schools always seem to have a habit of making virtue seem tacky, worthless, dry, and not fun. Anyways, I certainly plan to spend the next little while exploring the possibilities. I want to get serious about weight loss very soon, and I've started studying up on that to try to get some ideas about how to tackle it. I plan to minimize time spent on the internet unless I'm watching or listening to educational material. I will rebuild my old reading habits and make a point of aiming to read an hour each day or one book a week, whichever is more. I'm interested in learning more about social behavior, particularly how to overcome social anxiety and how to read people better. I want to learn to be a more engaged and outward-focused person in social situations. I will continue to practice mindfulness meditations and empathic meditations on a daily basis, as well as introducing a daily gratitude practice. I will continue daily exercises and stretches. Still flirting with the idea of taking cold showers or incorporating that into my life. I will improve personal hygiene. I will continue to review and refresh myself with the material I've learned so far. I think that should carry me through the winter nicely. I'm looking forward to seeing if I can get through an Ottawa winter without succumbing to seasonal affective disorder for once. I think I'm going to leave things there for now. I want to thank you, as always, for tuning in to see how I'm doing. I hope you're well and free of unnecessary suffering. So I urge you to be the change you want to see in the world, and I wish you luck in finding the right path towards that. All right. So until next time, namaste. Good night, everybody. Buddha Dave signing off.